In this video, I want to share with you how much I made on Merch by Amazon, Etsy, YouTube, and Gumroad for the month of June, and then also share with you my daily habits for the month of June as well. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print-on-demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on Merch by Amazon and other print-on-demand platforms. If you like this kind of content and you get any value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. Now let's just go ahead and get right into the content. Now if you've been following me for this year, you've probably seen this spreadsheet that I've referred to a lot. I basically put out a video in January or maybe December 31st, is right at the beginning of the year, talking about my goals. And I had three major goals for Merch by Amazon, Etsy, and YouTube. And the one for merch is to make $100 a day or $3,000 a month. So let's go ahead and see how I did. And I actually got really close to this last month. Like if you go back to last 90 days and hit analyze sales and then go to monthly right here, we're able to see like last month got really close, $2,881. I honestly just had like a few bad last days of the month for May. That's why I wasn't able to make it. But this month we're going to see was not as good, 2,132. Now that is still pretty good for, I think, for Merch by Amazon, you know, 2,000 bucks. But let's go ahead and dive a little deeper and take a look to see how this month went. So previous month, analyze sales, and then go by daily. So last month, or June, was very choppy. You can see it was like I had two really good days here, 132, 143, and then it nosedived down to 50, and like went back up to 82. Then I had a really bad day here. This was really bad. Like if we look at this, I had 25 returns in one day. So that was kind of rough, and then it jumped all the way back up to 117, then back down to 14, back up to 87. You can see it was just really up and down. The month before, it was like every day was like $90. It was actually pretty cool. So not really too sure why. I did turn off some ads, so maybe that had something to do with it. Could just be the time of year, not really sure. But I ended up with 1,534 sales, 163 returns. I made $2,132, and my average royalty per sale was $1.39. Here are my averages per the day. So I averaged 51 sales a day, 5 to 6 returns, and averaged $71. Now this right here is probably the most important number for me. This is the one that I wanted to get to 100. I think last month it was like 96 or something like that, or 93, so in the 90s. So I kind of went down this month, but I'm not going to beat myself up too bad about it. Still, for the most part, still pretty happy with the month. Last month I did have like $600 in Amazon ads, or I'm sorry, 2 months ago I had like $600 in Amazon ads. This month I got it down to like 400, I think. Let's take a look here and see some more of my stats. So one thing that I talk a lot about is to add all the colors. I used to be like a Merch by Amazon seller where I would only do black, gray, and navy, but now I use all the colors. I design for both white and black, so you can see, you know, heather blue, pink, silver, all these colors that are kind of random, because I used to think that the more colors that you have, it's going to like oh, I got a sale. It's going to make the customer kind of stall and get like indecision and not be able to choose what color to pick. I don't believe that anymore. I do all the colors, and you can see it's gone pretty well for me. And this was my best seller right here, 157 sales, maybe $166. These two actually were my best sellers, and these are in the cruise niche. That's kind of why my royalties are, my average cost per royalty is pretty low. People are always kind of making fun of me about my low prices. And one of the reasons why is because I believe that, you know, when people are buying for like a group, because a lot of times people will buy like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 t-shirts at a time, and if it's at like $14.99, you know, it's going to make the cost a little lower if it was at like $19.99 if they're buying like a large amount of shirts. So that's one of the reasons why they're low, or the average royalty per sale is low. But I have been finally increasing my prices because I'm just sick of getting those comments all the time, people making fun of me about my low prices. So I've made the plunge, and I've gone from $14.99 to $17.99. Quick sip of coffee. But let's see, anything else on here on this page? Okay, so I think that's it for Merch by Amazon. Yeah, so about $2,000 or $2,100 in royalties minus my ads. And actually, I can just show you real quick how much I spent in ads. So this is from my screenshot. So I spent $384. I made 200 sales from ads. This is how much revenue I made, and this is my A cost right here. So out of the 1,534 sales, 200 were from ads, and the remaining 1,334 are all organic, which I think is pretty cool. That's one of the reasons why I dropped my ads, because I was just getting so many sales, and I think I got like almost 2,000 sales in May, and I did the same thing, about 200 sales from ads. So that's why I kind of dropped my ad spend, because I didn't really like getting that charge on my debit card, for like $600. I didn't really like that, so that's why I dropped my ads. Okay, so that's how much I did on Merch by Amazon. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Etsy. Okay, so here we are on my Etsy dashboard, and let's go ahead and take a look at the spreadsheet to see what my goal was or is for Etsy for this year. So I want to make 50 sales a day or 1,500 sales a month, which would basically be about $200 a day or $6,000 a month. Now that is a pretty high goal, but I always say if your goals don't scare you, then they're not big enough. So let's go ahead and see how I did on Etsy. So they don't have a setting for like last month, so I did the last 30 days. You can see here from June 2nd to July 1st, end up doing $3,242 in revenue. Now that is revenue, that was not profit. I make about 30%, so I probably did somewhere right around $1,000, which is pretty much what I do almost every month on Etsy. I don't know compared to most people if that's good or bad, but $1,000 on any type of online business for me, I think is pretty good. Obviously, I like it to be better. But what I was happy about is that it's up 20%. Conversion rate, I don't really care, but it was up 60%, which is pretty impressive. 187 orders, up 41% for last year. And then the visits was actually down. I got this big spike here, not really too sure what that's about, and then another spike here. But I've actually been putting in a lot of work on Etsy for the past, or the first 4.5 months of the year. I was just nonstop on Merch by Amazon, and I was just pumping out maybe like 500 to 1,000 designs a month. And then I ended up switching over to Etsy because I'm trying to get ready for Q4. As good as Merch by Amazon is, for Q4, Etsy is also another gold mine. I always do really good on Etsy during Q4. Let me just show you. So if we go last year, we'll be able to see like how it goes. So revenue, you see it's like jamming right around like 3,000, and then it just pops up to 7,000, almost 8,000. So almost 3 times as much. So I just have a good idea of what sells now. Mugs are a big thing, so I've been really pushing out a lot of mugs, gifts basically. And that's one of the things I like about Etsy. You can put gifts, or I at least put gifts in the title for Etsy. I don't think you can do that for Amazon, or I don't do that for Amazon. But these are my stats for Etsy. Now I did not hit my goal at all. I'm trying to do, what was it, 6,000 a month. I did 1,000, so I do have a lot more work, but I do think it is possible. This is going to take a lot of time, effort, and work, but if I'm consistent and I can just stick with it, I think I can get there, or at least get close. I mean, if I can get to like, even 4,000 or 5,000, that would just be awesome. I do live in Mexico, so things are a lot cheaper here. I don't need to make like, 20 grand a month or whatever, but yeah, so these are my stats for Etsy. Comment below, let me know what you think. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at my YouTube analytics. Well, first let's just go ahead and take a look at my goal. So the goal for YouTube is to make $1,000 a month, and let's see how I did. So I ended up doing, well, it says 490 here, but I like this one better. So right here we're going to see how much you're earning, estimated last 6 months. You can see the beginning of the year I did 87, then it popped up to 162, 220. April is when I took kind of like a break because of spring break. I just got burnt out on making videos. That's why you see the ad revenue went down. But then May and then June, this is when I started doing what's it called, memberships. I started offering members where people can sign up. They pay like $7 a month, $10 a month, and they get members only content. You can join, become a member if you want. Just click the join button, watch the video. You'll see the benefits that you get. But I actually did better than last month just by a couple bucks. That's pretty cool. So I'm on my way to my goal. I was kind of short, but I've just been very focused this year, man. I put out this intention, and I've just been working my butt off. You'll see here when I show you my daily habits. I still wake up every day at 5 a.m. I've not taken a day off so far this year, and I do not plan to. I'm going to try and make it the whole year. I just would hear people say, or I'd watch these motivation videos on YouTube where people saying, like, if you could just lock in for just like 1 year, just lock in for like 2 years, your life will change. And I was just at a point in my life where I was like, you know what, I can do that, because I'm 42. I'm not playing sports anymore. I have a lot of time. I got my family that's motivating me, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to lock in, see if I'm going to do this for like a whole year, 2 years, really just focus, grind, and just see, what kind of results I can get. And so right now for YouTube, I'm halfway there. I'm happy because I'm seeing some growth. I did better than last month. If you listen to Anthony Robbins, he always says, what's the one thing that makes people happy? He's always talking about growth. If you're growing, then you'll be happy. So that's why I'm happy here. But this is my results for YouTube. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Gumroad, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the fly, so I don't really like editing the videos. Okay, so here is Gumroad, and you can see I'm actually on it right now. Let me just double check. So what is this? Yeah, so it's like the last 30 days. So yeah, so last 30 days. So $633. Now this is from my prompts and from my courses. Now I only sold maybe, I don't even really know, to be honest, maybe like 3 or 4. So I'm just guessing, you know, I made maybe like $550 from selling prompts. That's why I've been making a lot of those prompt videos, because it's beneficial to me, because I'll make money on YouTube and then also make money from Gumroad as well. And so this is just another income stream. You know, the only thing I don't really like about Gumroad is that it's not very organized. Like if you go to one of my products, like I want to actually open up a Shopify store. So like if we go to one of the, like you don't really even have a store here. Like if I just click on my name. So like I'd like to have something that's more like organized. So like right up here I could have like prompts, and then like a prompts tab, and then a courses tab, and just have things like more organized so it's easier for people to shop instead of just having to scroll like this. So that's probably going to be a goal for next year, is to open up a Shopify store and just have all of my prompts, courses on a Shopify store. That way it's just be a little easier for people to shop basically. But these are my stats for Gumroad. Let's see if we can, let me go back here. I got to move my face. Let's go back here to, what was it, analytics, and see how that compared to, let's go this year. Oh no, oops, last year. No, didn't really do anything last year. This year. So let's see. Does it have it by monthly? Okay, well, it'd be nice if I could do it by month, but I don't think they have that setting. Oh no, yeah, right here, daily, monthly, bam. Okay, so May was 389. Okay, so I'm on the way up, 623, so I'm making some growth there. So that's just cool to have another income stream, and selling prompts, you know. You know, there's a market for prompts. I love prompts. I've really gotten into ideogram, using those. I've always used Creative Fabrica before, and that's another thing. I actually made almost $100 this month selling on Creative Fabrica. I probably should have showed you that, but I guess I'll save it for next month. But yeah, so Creative Fabrica has been good, but lately I've been using ideogram for my prompts, and I've been taking those prompts and selling them on my Gumroad shop here. So these are my stats. Let me know what you guys think. Now let's go ahead and take a look at my daily habits. So I just need to go to my Instagram. Okay, so right here. Okay, so if you've been following me, like I've been saying, I've been using these habit trackers, and honestly, this little piece of paper has changed my life. It's like crazy how that might sound, but just like knowing that I have to fill this out, knowing that I have to make these videos for you guys, has really just kept me like on point. So these are my habits that I try to do every day. So wake up at 5 a.m., hit the gym. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat any breakfast or dinner. My eating window is between 12 and 7. I actually have to eat here after this video. No sugar, no processed foods. Stay sober, so I don't drink, I don't do drugs. Pray, meditate, make my bed, which is a really good one. And then first thing in the morning is drink some lime water. So you can see right here, wake up 5 a.m. I was actually do that every day this month. I've actually done it every month this year. So actually that's 180 days in a row now. Hit the gym. I'm actually pretty consistent with the gym. I usually go 5 days a week. This week I actually did 6, but I ended up going 20 days to the gym in June. And for fasting, so I did 20 days of fasting. I kind of messed up at the end here. I forget what happened, but it was just sometimes it's easier or it's harder to fast. So yeah, so I did 20 days of intermittent fasting, no sugar, so 19 days without sugar, 19 days with no processed food. So basically what I eat is just steak and eggs, and I put in some avocado, some bell pepper, and some onion, and then also do like fruit, blueberries and bananas. So it's basically just whole foods. It has to be one ingredient. It cannot be any like nothing processed, nothing mixed. It has to just be one ingredient. The only thing that's kind of cheating is I like to use a little olive oil when I cook my steak, but that's it. Everything else is just a one ingredient food: steak, eggs, avocados, bananas, bell peppers, almonds, things like that. Okay, so staying sober, I obviously did that 30 days in a row. I've been actually clean and sober now for 9 years. Used to have a little drug and alcohol problem, but I've been able to get over that ever since I became a father. That changed my life. I pray, so every day before I go to bed, I hit my knees and I pray. I'm not like religious. I have a higher power, so that's who I pray to. So 30 days in a row. Meditate, that's a really good one, for about 5 to 7 minutes in the morning. I was able to do that for 19 days. The way I like to do it, I just like to focus on my breath. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just try and focus on my breath. Obviously, my mind goes other places sometimes, but I just try and bring it back to the breath. I put on a little YouTube meditation music. I made my bed 19 days this month. And then lime water. So first thing in the morning, like I said, I did that 20 days. And then these numbers right here, you're going to see this is how many times I did every habit in one day. So 18 days out of this month, I did all these habits in one day. It was actually better than what I've done before. Usually I'm able to do only like 15 days, so I was able to add in 3 days. So I'm still focused, still grinding. I have these goals, and I just have this mindset where I'm just not going to stop until I get them. I don't care. I'm just going to keep grinding. Doesn't matter. Just going to keep putting in the work. I'm just doing 3 things right now: family, gym, and work. That's my life, and I just want to be able to make more money so I can live better, give my family a better life. I want to go on vacation. I want to live in a better apartment. There's certain things I want. Nobody's gonna give it to me. I got to put in the work. So that's just where my focus is at. All right, so this video is getting a little longer than I would have liked. Usually I would tell you about the benefits that you get if you join. I would recommend you just watch the video, become a member. If you're interested, you're just going to get a lot of members-only content, evergreen niches, trending niches, prompts, a lot of value. I actually got a pretty good comment the other day. I don't know if I could find it, but the guy was saying that some of the niches I've been giving him got him some of his first sales. So that was pretty cool to see. So shout out to that subscriber or that member. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. Comment below. Let me know how much you made this month on Merch by Amazon or any of your other online businesses. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.